Hear me out, hear me out. Let me just get this off my chest. Welcome to Her Diary Out Loud with Danny Royal, where my journey does not define me, but it defies the barriers of caring about what other people think. One real life experience at a time, my story, my way. I mean, it's better out than in, right? This year taught me so much about friendships, okay? I thought that I knew that I was a good friend until I was second guessing myself about being a friend. Like, why was I second guessing myself? So I had two friendships. I had two friendships that of where one was actually a male and one was actually a female, where I felt like, I was being the best friend that I could be. And somehow, it just wasn't. Now it didn't happen this year. It started like the year prior, and we just so happened to come back in each other's good graces or in each other's space, should I say, this year. And one specific situation and scenario, well, both of them, they this they dismissed themselves from my space, but they never told me why. Now I feel like if our friendship is valuable in any way, that you'll let me know, or that you should let the person know why you don't want to be friends with them any longer. And so I didn't, not at those moments in time. I didn't know, and they didn't tell me. Now this year, fast forward, I found out why on both, sides, my male friend side and my female friend side, what was the issue, like where I fell short. And it really, really had me evaluate who I was as a friend. It had me self checking, like, did you do that, sis? Are you really like that, sis? What did you have going on? Are they this way with you? This is that and the third. I definitely was like running it down, but I really checked on me first. And I feel like that's really, really important, because I feel like a real friend is not going to just be like, oh, you did and you said. A real friend is actually going to take in account of what you got going on, what they did, what they could have gotten better or did better, amongst other things. And so I really felt like I really wanted to be a better friend to these individuals. And I was going to make a conscious decision to do so. And so I had reached out to one of the friends in particular, and she just so happened to be a photographer. And I wanted to see if she can, do some photography for me. I was willing to pay her, support her business and everything. But the thing is she wasn't really talking to me like that. So she responded to me, but she responded not from a friendship perspective. She responded from a perspective and a place where she felt like I hurt her feelings. And I did hurt her feelings. And I didn't mean to hurt her feelings. And the thing about it is, I'm in my mind, I'm like, well, how can I make this right? Tell me, tell me what I can do as a friend to make this right. Why? Because I feel like friendships are very important. If you call me friend, and if I call you friend, I feel like it's my job to make sure that I do my part within this friendship as the other person. I feel like they have a role or a role to play as well if they call me friend. And so we were able to get past that, and we were able to talk it out. In my mind, I had wondered, like, what took you so long to, or why didn't you ever tell me how you really felt? Because even if it hurt my feelings, at least I know exactly how you felt. But I was robbed of that opportunity to know how you felt. But I guess they really didn't care in that moment about how I felt or they might have thought that I really didn't care about what they had going on. Truth be told, no, I never knew that they felt the way in that moment. And then my other friend, he went on a hiatus. He deleted and blocked me. And I'm just like, okay. Now, some people you just be like, all right, okay. But when you know the type of person you're dealing with, you're like, man, I really genuinely like them as a friend. And I found out why he said that I disappeared. Now, I'm good at disappearing. Let me tell you, I am good. I can do that well. And it's not because I want to all the time, just willingly, all willy nilly. But it really is because I have life going on, and maybe it's getting the best of me, and maybe it's doing something to me that I can't really quite put my finger on. So I kind of like go into my shell. And I did, and I never meant to offend them in that way because of how I was moving or operating. But I hurt his feelings. And I really genuinely had to apologize to them both. And I didn't realize how much friendship is really, really important until this year. I mean, I knew, of course, in my younger years and through time, but as an adult, like you like to pick and choose what makes you feel good as a person, what's going to serve you well, who's going to serve you well, because once you get to a certain age or you've reached a certain place, friendships mean something different. Like you don't just need like people that are get whiffs or people that are envious or jealous of you, or people that don't have your best interests at heart, or people who don't know how to communicate, or people who are toxic. You don't need these people in your space. If you I believe that a real friend, a true friend, knows your character. So no matter what it is that you guys face, no matter what the situation is, if they're for you, guess what? They'll be able to effectively communicate how they feel so that you guys can get to the root of whatever is making them feel uncomfortable, unsafe, or unkind, or unworthy, or whatever. I just believe that a real friendship does that. Somebody who considers you, like a real friend considers you. Like, I'm so glad that the good father, he doesn't just call me daughter, he calls me friend. The Bible says that he calls us friend, and I just want all of my friends out there to know, like, I see you and I appreciate you and I love you and I am grateful for you. Shout out to friends today. Because the truth of the matter is God doesn't leave any one man out here on this earth as an island. And when he put people in my path that were for me, like I dare not rob them of the best part of me that I'm able to give. Now, granted, seasons change and a good friend will extend grace. I have friends that I can just pick up with from where we left off, and we connect like it was nothing. And then I also have friends that are a little bit more demanding and they need a little bit more of my time. Sometimes I'm able and sometimes I'm not. But my best what I can do, the best thing that I can do for them is let them know what I can and can't do. And where I am and where I am not. And from there we can go forward or not go forward, because the truth of the matter is maybe, the seasons are changing. Maybe it's meant for me to let that friend go, or maybe it's meant for that friend to let me go. And I have to be okay with what that looks like. You have to be okay with what that looks like, because what I also recognize is everybody's not going where I'm going. Everybody's not going where you're going. If you may have some great things ahead of you. You have people that have some great things going that you've been connected to and with in your journey. But just because they have great things going, that doesn't mean that God said you're assigned to that. That doesn't mean that they are assigned to what you got going on. Sometimes God is keeping you from something, and it doesn't mean that it's going to be bad. It could be that it's just the wrong time. I think respecting one's journey and process and progress is highly important when you're calling someone friend. Because the thing about it is you got the ones that you're going to pour into and the ones that's going to pour into you. And then you got the ones that you're going to pour into them and they're going to pour into you. You get the double whammy. Everybody doesn't get that. I mean, they say you blessed to have one good friend, especially today because society, we live in a society where you have females and men that are so cunning and crafty that they will literally watch you and study you and what it is that you do and never be genuine, but just to get what you have or just to put you out there or get close to you just to, and really, they're not really your friends at all. And this is why, even as a friend, you must, or even as a person seeking out friendships in any regard, because we all do to some capacity, it is our job to obtain the spirit of discernment and operate in that spirit of discernment heavily. And if you don't know what that is, it's acknowledging who and why they're there, what spirits that they have that's driving them to even be in your life. Like, I'm like, who sent you? Like, that's how I gotta be. Like, I gotta keep that energy. Who sent you? Are you here? What are you here for real? That because it's like, again, you don't have time for games when God is processing you and he's progressing you because you have a call to your name or you have a call on your life and you're going places because you're called to that. And they may be called to that, but they still may not be for you. Or maybe they are for you, but this is why discernment is highly important. So I am challenging you, all of you, to ask God, like, are they for me or are they not for me? I promise you, He will reveal them to you. Understand that friendships are very important in this side of life. We need friendship. We need human contact. We need that. Male or female, male and female. I have male and female friends and I love all of them. And I value them. And those that are for me, and those that are not, I'm okay with that too. I understand that seasons change, and I need you to understand that seasons change too. So, on that note, if you have not yet, go over to Podbean, follow my podcast, Her Diary Out Loud, and check out our latest episode, Her Friends. I know you guys have seen the episode or all of the episodes of Friends, the sitcom Friends. We all knew about Joey, Rachel, Chandler, Monica, who else? Phoebe, and all them. Everybody has friends. And in light of friends today, I would love to acknowledge my friends and I would like to say thank you for being in my life. And I would challenge everybody else to check your friend group as you evolve and as you grow and as you change. Check your friend group because it's okay. It's okay. Some people you got to leave behind, and some people will go with you. You just got to ask God, Lord, where do they stand with me? Where do I stand with them? Do they know my character? Do they know how I really am? Do I know how they really are? What do I need to know about them? Ask questions even with your friends. I'm learning that more and more, but I also know that friendships are important to me in this place and stage and phase in my life because I value friendships from a different place that I did not when I was younger. Once again, going over to Podbean, follow our podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and share. Subscribe to our channel so that you can catch these recaps as often as we're able to do them. I don't have set days or times, but just know that every series that comes, I will let you guys know what's going on. This series is wrapping up, and I'm super excited. This has been a great one. Doing the sitcom titles and telling a story through the sitcom titles has been a great one. Also, I want you guys to tell a friend to pull up. That means to share out these videos. We want you all to let us know how we're doing. Let us know what you might even want to talk about. Tell a guy friend, tell a girlfriend, because we're sure that our brothers can also get something from our podcast. Also, this video is brought to you by Archery 101. I am an artist. I created these earrings, and I have a series called Nanabelle Series, and I do beautiful handbags and beautiful earrings. And also, I would love to see one of you all in some of our pieces. Okay, so once again, if you have not, go on over, follow us on Artistry 101. That's HARTISTRY on Instagram 101. Okay, follow me. Lastly, drop us a line if you need to, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. And also, remember, you're not just physically fit, mentally fit, or even spiritually fit, but you are femininely fit. Bye.